Hello everyone, today we'll talk about numerology, who's behind this life-changing effective tool, how numerology can describe many things and qualities of human personality, and how actually numbers show and describe evolution of consciousness itself. First, nobody can really deny the contribution and influence that Pythagoras had on modern science, geometry, algebra. We all learn theories with his name in school, and we all heard about these great things that he did in life. However, not many people know that he was actually not only a great scientist, he was also a mystic philosopher and the forefather of numerology as we know it. He was the one who introduced the concept of harmony of spheres or music of spheres. He talked about the existence of only one God, and even back in the time when Greek gods were very popular, and the idea of one God was introduced much later on. He lived in 4 centuries before even Christ was born, and he already talked about all these concepts, and he was able to connect the vibrations of cosmos with numbers. He was able to see that numbers and the quality behind them, the concepts that each number represents, can really have a lot of interesting information about our life, how things are done, why certain people have one life, why other people have other lives. Basically, numbers can really help you to describe the mission of your soul and give you many different answers about yourself and others in your personal and professional life. When numerology used as a tool to analyze basically energy informational state of a person, it can actually give a very good picture of what's going on. And when it's used together with other techniques like pointer motor writing technique and visualization techniques that are based on the new scientific field of infosematics, they can truly find the brutal truth behind sicknesses, diseases, or problems in your personal relationships or in your business. They can tell you why certain teams work together much better than others just fail to do so. Pythagoras used to say that number is within of all things. And that's true. I mean, if you think about the concepts that stand behind each number, you can really see that it's not just about algebra. It's not just about just adding 2 plus 2. There's a lot more to each number. And here's a interesting story behind how how consciousness was evolved through the time, and this story can be told simply in numbers. Right here you will see just the numbers and see how the concept behind these numbers really explains how things evolved in our life. To understand the story, you need to remember that horizontal lines stand for attachments. Curved lines represent the energy of love, and vertical lines are basically just the straight connection, connecting one point to the other without any involvement. So first we have number 1, which basically in many cases is just a straight vertical line. That vertical line represents the minerals. It represents the beginning of evolution. It basically symbolizes that we are all one consciousness, one God. That's the qualities of that number. And you can see that the way we draw it is basically connecting the heavens and the earth, connecting the sky and the material plane. Number 2 is a little bit more complicated. You have a horizontal line that attaches us to Earth, and you have a curved line that basically symbolizes energy of love towards the sun. Number 2 basically stands for flora, for the world of flowers, because all the flowers, all the plants, have a strong attachment to material world. They are attached to Earth. They cannot move, but they have a great love and cannot survive without the sun, without the sky. Then we have number 3. Number 3 is basically 2 curved lines, and they represent the animal world, the flora, the fauna, sorry. I always mix those things up. So they represent the world of animals because animals, they can already move on Earth, but they also need sun, and sky to live. So you can also see number 3 as being the number that represents the pure emotions, the pure animal emotions, because it's kind of the animal instincts that we all have and we all experience. It's basically turning people in two parts, like the animal desires that we have. We have desire to stay on Earth and desire to go up to the sky, and that's basically the animal instincts that we all have. The division, the 3 that represents. Number 4 is, as you can see, has vertical lines and horizontal line, which basically, when those 2 lines cross, that shows that there is a challenge, there is a crossroads of making a certain decision, which basically number 4 stands for human beings. To be a human is to make a choice, to make those choices that we all make in life, and to be the crossroads between an animal, number 3, and an enlightened being, which is number 5. So number 5, as I just said, stands for enlightened being. It's attached to heavens, to sky, and loves Earth as much as enlightened being would. Number 6 is a spiraling curved line, which some people describe number 6 as the number of an angel, because it's basically the curved line of energy of love that it's spiraling towards Earth, towards the material world. Number 7, on the other hand, is strongly attached to the sky and has a angle line towards the Earth. 7 is basically the creative essence of divine. It's attached. It comes from spiritual world, and if you're able to get your brain tuned in with a certain angle, you can actually receive that creative essence of divine. Number 8 is, as some of you already might know, is the number of infinity. It's the curved line that infinitely connects the sky and Earth. It's something that represents the divine power. It has that strong characteristics of the divine and being powerful, to be in control of things and to be infinite. Number 9 is an opposite of number 6. It's the wisdom and the experience that we all have that is spiraling back to the sky. It's the last number before basically the next evolutionary step, as in it's the last number before the next harmony, the next level. And 9 itself represents a lot of wisdom and experience. A lot of people use numerology to predict future and to say, what's going to happen, and all these kind of things. Numerology itself is a great tool that can show you your potential, but it's not the tool that can tell you for sure what's going to happen. It's the science that analyzes patterns of how things happen in life, but you have your own free will, and free will is sacred. There is a law of universe that free will of one person is sacred until it interferes with free will of another person. So the point is that numerology is a very effective tool, and if you use the date of birth to calculate, for example, your life path number, then you can see the potencies and the potential that you were given at the time of birth. And why the time of birth is important. The fact is that everything in our universe is vibrations. And so when we are born, the vibrations of the date that we are born has a very great influence on our thoughts and our body and on our mind, basically on the way our brain functions throughout our life. It sort of gives us an imprint with a certain numbers and sort of characteristics and qualities for us to live further. It basically describes a toolbox that we're given at the time of birth. It can help you to see what the toolbox is and what this toolbox should be used for, what mission your soul was given when coming into this body and having this life experience. And this is not just the spiritual things that we're talking about here. Modern science is proving that everything is frequency and everything is vibration. And there's statistical proof of numerology being a very effective tool in not only in personal life. There are companies that use numerology as a tool in the hiring process. They don't just go crazy and base solely their hiring decision on numerology, but it surely gives them an opportunity to use that tool as a very effective team building tool. They can see how and why certain people will work together and why those people should not be together. So if you want to find out more about numerology, we will have a lot more videos on each life path number. If you want to have a personal numerology chart reading, you're welcome to follow the link right here, where you can request a personal numerology consultation, and that will really help you to see your own toolbox, basically your own numerological chart based on the date of birth. We also offer full consultations where numerology is used more as an analytical tool to understand the energy informational environment that you're in right now, and then other techniques like ponder motor writing technique and infosomatic techniques are used to find the true causes of the sicknesses that you might have or problems that you might be experiencing in your life, and then we can come up with customized visualization techniques set especially for you that you'll be able to use and recover from the issues that you might be experiencing right now. So once again, don't forget to subscribe, like, and you're welcome to share this information. And we'll see you soon for for next videos on numerology and all the other tips that we'll be doing in the future.